everybody silly. Hope everybody's well and health, fine, and with somebody they're happy and safe with. Well, the government says patience is a virtue. Well, and that's what we've got to have, patience. Well, I agree with that, and I agree with what the government's doing. But one thing I don't agree with, and I think everybody in Oz would agree with, what's actually happening with the people from coming back from overseas and whatever else, and now they have no choice but to be, well, how would one say, locked up in their motel rooms without any windows that can open. They only rely on the air conditioning system, and there's one elderly chap that's already contracted a sickness, which is really sad to hear, when he tested negative to COVID-19, but he is now sick, and he does believe it's through the air conditioning system in the motel. But the government's not doing a good job. These people are locked up. They're going loony. They're going batty. People are now having depression, anxiety attacks. You can't blame them, because they're there. They don't even, I mean, I don't know how their food situation is, but what I can see is pretty poor. The government has not looked after their food or their menus or anything like that adequately. They haven't looked after their, look, they're all contained to the rooms. There must be some form of entertainment that can be supplied to these people. You know, board games, things like that. Ask them, ask them what their interests are. You know, books, that sort of thing. I mean, there's only so much Wi-Fi and internet you can have before you go loony, you know. But these poor people are locked up. And if the government, the government must find another way, a better way than doing this. Because, to be quite honest, I've spoken to people and they said, I'd rather be in the middle of nowhere on an island than I would be then locked up in a motel room. Well, I agree. I would like to be on an island too. If I could have fresh air and walk around, and, you know, I'd be able to, I could get on board with that. But one thing I couldn't get on board with, and I can't get on board with, and I don't think anybody else in society can, is to think that these people have been held up and they're going kooky. You've got depression, anxiety, people are getting sick. People are now retaliating, and they've got the police and the army there and so forth. Well, how about, you know, put some counsellors in, talk to people. I mean, there is such a thing as mobile phones still. I mean, you know, I know, you know, COVID can't go through a phone. You can go on a phone, but not through a phone. So how about the government help these poor people? Because there's going to be a hell of a lot more that are going to be in isolation. And to be quite honest, we've got to be really on board and concerned about the society's safety and being at risk of harm. And they're vulnerable. Society, you are vulnerable. And especially those people in isolation, more vulnerable than ever. And they put their faith and their guidance in the government. They look towards the government. Everybody here in Australia looks towards the government to resolve these issues. And it's not good enough, government. So get on board, do that, because these people can't take much more of the isolation that you're putting them in, and then what they have to go through is appalling. And I think everybody would agree with that. So please, you know, put a comment. It's good to hear a comment, because I think this is a really important issue, and we've got to push it. You know, people locked up because of COVID-19. It's wrong. They have to do it. They understand that, but the conditions that they're in, and what they have to go through, and at the end of it, how traumatised are they psychologically? How traumatised are they? well, they'd be pretty traumatised. Anyway, like, subscribe and comment from Lucilla Lee. Bye everybody. Bye.